G'day humans, Chris Stead here. Today I'm in the Maldives at the Anantara Dhigu Resort and I'm about to do a full review and a full tour of this piece of paradise.
Are we there yet?
No!
Are we there yet?
No!
Are we there yet?
No!
Are we there yet?
Yes!
Dad, I'm hungry.
So when you first arrive on the speedboat, it's about a half an hour trip. The boat fangs along, but it handles the waves pretty well. It wasn't very bumpy. I don't feel seasick ever, but it's not too rough at all. It was really pleasant. It was amazing, just kind of driving past all the atolls and just feeling the breeze in your face. It really did feel like you're on holiday straight away. So you arrive here. There was a little band playing when I got here, and a couple of people to meet me by name and say hello, which is, you know, White Lotusy, lovely kind of stuff. Now this is the resort over here, which we're going to do a tour of. This is the Dhigu Resort, which is the one that I've been staying at. Now over there you've got another one, I forget the name now, it starts with N. That's part of Anantara, but that is kind of it's got a residents only sign on it over there and you can't get in there. So it must be very, very private. Maybe that's where Tom Cruise stays, I don't know. And then over there you got the Veli side of things, which is an adults only island. And so I think the rule is no kids over there before 6:30, but after 6:30 you can go over there because you can do dinners and spas and stuff. So I actually had dinner over there as a Thai restaurant last night, for example. So all of your kind of departures come from here, and so if you're going on a snorkel trip, it goes from here. I went on a surf trip yesterday, it left from here. And you can also just get little, like basically little boats that just take you over there if you want to go over there, or take you over there if you want to go over there, and they just kind of go back and forth. There's an island I'll show you later on over there, which is good for snorkeling, and I'll take you over there. So it just goes back and forth all day, or on demand. So when I came to that restaurant last night, I just said to them, can you please order a boat? And they just made a phone call and a boat came, picked me up a couple of minutes later and brought me back here. You can't walk between them. There's no, I didn't realise that when I was looking at it. You can't just ride a bike over there. All right, let's go into the main resort here. And I've got to tell you, the first thing I want to say is that it is exactly like it looks like on the pictures. You know, when you see all the pictures of the overwater villas and there's incredible water and incredible sand and incredible trees and incredible weather and everything that says Maldives and crazy relaxation and luxury, you know, when you get here, it's actually legit. Like, it's exactly what it is. And that would blow my mind. Now, this is the first time I've ever been in the Maldives, and this is the first time I've ever been at a resort in the Maldives. So it'd be interesting because I'm doing a bunch of other resorts. So keep an eye on the channel. I'm going to be doing a bunch of resort reviews while I'm over here. And it'd be interesting to see, I don't think I'll ever get jaded of this, but you know, whether the experience kind of changes over that time. But you know, as my first experience, I'm just blown away, like blown away. Look at this. So I've got my little bike over here, which everyone gets a bike, everyone gets a couple of bikes, or every room gets a couple of bikes, which I've had to raise the seat up dramatically from Southeast Asian standards, which is hilarious. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ride around and give you a bit of a tour and my thoughts, and then go have a look at the room and show you everything you need to know if you're considering staying here. So let's dive into that tour. Okay, so let's start our tour. And here's the reception, so this is where you're going to come for all your stuff. I think it probably goes without saying, in a place of this quality, the staff are amazing. It's just so lovely the whole time, and to help suit everything I've needed, which hasn't been much. Getting a seat raised on the bike, for example, just got that fixed straight away. So you'll see as we come through here, this is the island part, and the shade in here is just so relieving. And the wind generally seems to be from one side of the island or the other, so if it's hot on one side, you can go to the other side and it's going to be a bit cooler. So I'm trying to work out the best way to go. It's a bit of a maze. It takes a little while to get used to it all, but as you can see, it's just immaculately looked after. Riding the bikes in the sand is obviously a bit interesting. So over here, there's the table tennis table. I'll show you a bit more in a sec. There's a few other bits and pieces to do, a bok choy set. Make sure I don't crash on this bike while I'm doing this. And the boxing ring, but I'll show you more of that in a sec. We'll try and do a linear tour here. So basically this accommodation on here, they've all got a very similar design. They're all very spacious. And here's the kids club. So let's go in and have a look at the kids club. As you can see here, they've got a pretty good schedule. So they're predominantly for 4 to 12-year-olds. They do have a teenage room that goes up to kind of your 18, well theoretically 18, but yeah, so full schedule all week, and then you've got individual weekly things, got kids cooking classes. They were saying that they organise kind of, there's a beach soccer over there, and you got table tennis and badminton and all these things going on. So plenty of opportunity for the kids to be kind of dropped off and have some fun. I'll show you what's down here, but it's prominently for younger kids for sure. They were saying they do this really cool thing where they have a camping experience where you can go in, like they set up tents on the beach and you go down there and camp for a couple of hours, which is a fun option. And then you have a movie night as well on Thursday night. So I'll just quickly show you what's going on here. So there's a bit of playing equipment. So again, you can see targeted at little kids. Got access down to the beach there if they want to have a swim, I guess, if they're old enough. In there is the little kids room, but there's some kids in there doing crafting at the moment, so I won't show you in there. But it's all beautifully air conditioned, and there's a couple of staff in there sitting down with them and then drawing pictures and so forth. And there's little games and everything that you'd expect from a kids club. Pretty shady and well air conditioned. And in here there's a teenage room, which has foosball, mare hockey, which is cool, a PlayStation 4, which is kind of hilarious considering that they're probably going to announce the PlayStation 6 any second now. Chess and yeah, a few bits and pieces in here. So there's a dartboard down there. A setup, obviously, probably not going to get too many teenage kids in here, but at least there's somewhere they can go and hang away from their parents. And I did bump into an English bloke who was, his kids were just going on surf trips all day. So they were just going out on the boat for 3 hours, coming back, eating, going on the surf boat for 3 hours. So he was loving it. It's a great way to do it. But yeah, so that's what you can expect from the kids club. So they're telling me over here, they're doing some construction now on like a treehouse kind of play equipment for the kids. So it's going to get even better for the kids' activities, especially for the younger kids. Come on, mate. So it looks like it's going to be quite large too. So they said about at 40% capacity at the moment. It's off season. So I don't know how much more crowded it will feel, but it doesn't feel that bad at 40%, I'll tell you. Like, it feels like you don't see anyone. So basketball court there. They said you just go to the kids club to get any of the equipment that you need. So that's, I don't know what they call that. That's that soccer, it's kind of like soccer volleyball mix. I've seen it in a few Southeast Asian countries. Volleyball / badminton court. Again, pretty nicely shaded. And then this is all just kind of different rooms down here. Volleyball court. That's what they do there. So, pretty peaceful and serene. And there's these lovely tracks. You can just ask them to come pick you up in a buggy, and they'll just come pick you up in a buggy, like without any question, pretty much straight away. Every now and again you'll come across a hammock. Showing up in some interesting places. I'll show you later. There's a cool one that's out in the water. And look at these beautiful trees. Oh, I'm so going to crash doing this. All right, let's go. Yeah, so you do have to be careful riding on sand, obviously, for obvious reasons. But if you're not an experienced bike rider and also trying to hold a phone while you're filming, the chances of eating it are high. Now, the one thing I'm not going to talk about in this tour is the prices of things. I mean, it goes without saying, everything's extremely expensive by any reasonable standard. That's just something that you're going to have to expect anywhere in the Maldives if you're going to have a resort experience. Sometimes I feel like places like this, you're almost coming because money's no object to whatever experience you're trying to get. But you know, I think it was 14 US for a beer. Dinner last night, like the starters and stuff, were like 40 to 50 US dollars. So here's one of these transports right here. Come in and see these guys that are always zipping around. Look how beautiful this is. Like, it's just out of this world, isn't it? It's just incredible. So there's the spa. So let's go have a look at the spa. I've just come out of a 1 hour deep tissue massage here at the Anantara Dhigu Resort, and it was absolutely amazing. It was really, really good. I really appreciated the attention to detail in the consultation beforehand, and just trying to get exactly the right experience for me. And yeah, it was really good. It's like I even drifted off at the end, which is always a sign of a good massage. But I feel fantastic afterwards. And it's really cool little space out here, so I'll show you. So they call this the relaxation zone. So you can come here at any time, even if you're not getting a massage. You're allowed to come up here. There's a steam room behind me here, and there's a cold plunge and a hot plunge. but just a really nice outlook, but also a really lovely breeze coming through here. So it's definitely a really nice spot to be. I've got my little ginger and honey tea here I'm going to enjoy, but yeah, very nice. So over there, that's the Vale overwaters, and they go over into that island over there. So, I mean, it's easy to swim across, and the tide changes so significantly you can get away with different things. And you can just go across if you want to. Like, those people just got off. They've just been over there to do something. There's certain different activities and places to eat over there. You can go and explore at your leisure. So it's not like you're gated off from it. It's just you can't walk over there, right over there. Anantara Spa. All right. It's back on the road. So they're pretty chill in terms of like it's mostly just about relaxation, for obvious reasons. It hasn't been that kind of like just relentless activity after activity after activity after activity. But obviously there's things here that you can do if you want to be like that. Oh, this is pretty cool. The chef's garden. So this is where they grow all their own food down there. The food is like as you'd expect. It's just so good. The buffet breakfast was great this morning. I mean, I've got the full board option, which is definitely, I think, the way to go if you can afford it, because there's so much to choose from and so much great food you want to try. But if you're going to do it piecemeal, you're going to really rack up a bill. That's for sure. And if you're up for a drink, then definitely see if you can work out something there, because you can't bring any of it into the country with you, or so. Okay, so a few more places down here. There's construction work at the moment, which is a bit of a shame, but it's low season now, so that explains why they're doing it now. Got to do it at some point. This should give you an idea about the island as well. I mean, it's not that big. I've walked around it, but it's just so humid that cruising on the bike is just the way to go. There's a few things like that, like just telling you about the native wildlife. All right, let's go have a look at the fitness centre. So I've seen a few people in here, so they actually get used in this amazing getaway island. But as you can see here, there's a bit of equipment, some balls, all very kind of nice water station over there, which is great. Everything was super modern and high quality gear. Not the world's biggest space. You wouldn't want to have it packed in here, that's for sure. But nice and cool. Towels, a bit of fruit as well. It's nice, and they've got a full wellness schedule as well. As you can see here, so yoga, bits and pieces like that you can go and do. Should you want to do so on your holiday, I'll be staying away from those. Now I will show you out here as well, because this is really cool. We've got an old mate here who does, among other things, boxing lessons. And over here, if you really want to sweat, there's a proper full-on boxing ring. Oh, there's some bocce, but some full-on boxing ring over here. Look at this, punching bags. Okay, so over here we've got aqua. Oh, here's a map. Let's have a look at the map. That gives you an idea, I guess. There's a few of these around. I still couldn't find somewhere this morning. I just dismissed it by one turn. This place over here actually, Tropic Surf. So these guys take you out on the boats to the surf lessons, really lovely people. I went and had a surf with them yesterday, and yeah, it's very enjoyable. So they got all the gear here. I brought my own, but you can just get the gear here. They've got all the extras like rash vests and stuff like that. Again, probably not as cheap as your local Chinatown. All right, aqua. This is where you can come have lunch. I had a cheeseburger yesterday from here that was out of this world. It was so good. It's another very cool, nice place to come and chill, have lunch, have dinner here as well. Big bar. You can go upstairs here. It's a very nice spot. And you can sit out there on the deck, look out over the ocean, play a few games. So it's about 11 o'clock in the morning right now, or just 10:30 something, so nothing really doing in terms of people eating. And this is the main pool. This is going to take you out to the swim up bar there, and then you've got not particularly deep, but really lovely open pool. No shade. And this leads out to kind of your main little beach spot here. That's where they do the beach soccer. You can see that little hammock out there floating in the trees, which is a really nice touch. This is sunset facing as well. So it's a really nice place like to come sit up there and just kind of have a cocktail or something and look at the sunset. If you don't have a sunset facing bit of accommodation, you've got these lovely big lounges everywhere. You can put the umbrellas up and just lounge out over there. Yeah, it's really empty this morning, isn't it? And over there you got the Age, which is another restaurant, and then obviously a sunset restaurant, so it's straight over sunset. And you've got yeah, really nice outlook there, really nice place, really tall, 2 stories. So pretty interesting because you never think about looking out on things. So that island over there's got a whole bunch of high rises on it. There's a tanker there, so when you're facing inwards towards the inside of the atoll, it's all like crazy paradise and no one else exists. And then when you kind of come out to this side of the world, you go, oh, that's right, there's reality. But honestly, like, it's not like you notice it. It's just interesting because you never see that in the photos, right? For the sake of completion, I'll walk you down to the Age restaurant, bar. So obviously there's towers everywhere, water everywhere. There you go, the pool temperature is 25 to 26 degrees. The real world is 32. The sweat factor is 2008%. Okay, the chests. Inflatable. Oh, there's an ice cream bar up here. Ice cream parlour. It was open at lunch yesterday, so obviously they don't feel like the kids will want an ice cream right now. They are wrong. It's another cool little hammock there in the shade. Very, very, very just surreal and relaxing, and I can't believe I'm actually here. All right. So that wind is picking up on this side of the island now, which is nice. So you come over here and you can get this really lovely breeze that just kind of keeps you cool. Hopefully it's not making the mic sound all affected. But like, I'm squinting so bad right now because it's just so white and so blue and so sunny and so awesome. But yeah, so sitting there, as you can imagine, just looking out over that sunset, would be something else. I noticed actually that they were doing a bit of repairs last night, so maybe it's just closed at the moment. But look at that. That is waterfront cuisine. Amazing. And you can just swim out there and hang out. I'm going to do that later. Swim out and just sit in that hammock for a little bit. Must do. Okay. So in terms of like general facilities, that's probably everything you're going to have here. There is another place I'll show you in a sec. I think it's called Aqua Fanatics, which is, it's interesting. I think both the surfing guys, I think it's Tropical Surf or Tropic Surf, and the Aqua Fanatics, they're actually third parties. And I've seemed to notice this a bit in the Maldives, is that you're on a private island and your own kind of private resort, but then there's third party operators here on island doing their own thing, right? So it's a little bit uncool because they've got a whole different charging structure and there's whole different expectations there in terms of, you know, like, not the service is still excellent, but just in terms of things being complementary or bundled in, or, you know, it's yeah, I mean, they seem to work together very closely, and I haven't actually come across any problems, so I don't want to sound like I've had problems, but I haven't. But just in terms of just the way that they set it up here, it's interesting. Okay. Get on your bike. On your bike. All right. Haven't crashed yet, so that's awesome. Shouldn't have said that. All right. So let's head the other way. So that's kind of half the island done. So I'll take you down to Fushi, which is another one of the main places that you're going to spend a fair bit of time. It's where the buffet breakfast is. I think there's alternatives. There's a breakfast a la carte joint on the other islands you can go to, so you can go and explore a bit if you're here for a week or something. It's not, you don't have to do the same thing each day. there are options available to you, but it was a really impressive buffet. All right, let's go and have a close look at the buffet. Alrighty, we're going strong. Haven't crashed. So you can sit by the water if you want to. It's bloody hot in there. The breakfast is open quite late, like 11 o'clock or something, I think. All right, and if you got one of these kind of villas that are really close here, all that stuff's obviously really central. But we'll go out in a second to the overwater villas, which is obviously a fair bit more distance, but the bikes come in handy for sure. So as you can see, look, it's just so wicked, just riding underneath all the shade, and I've never wanted to just ride around so much in my life. It's just, I'm just going to cruise around, doing nothing. Okay, so here's for aqua fanatics down the end here. So you got catamarans, jet skis. I don't think they do fishing. I haven't come across fishing. Paddle boards here. They got those underwater swimming things. You can do diving. Let's go have a closer look. Yeah, so you can do a paddy course and do some diving, water skiing, wakeboarding, glass bottom canoe. That's cool. Very cool. There's a lot of wildlife just around, as you can see here. I've seen lots of little sharks. Giant stingray came past my room. Getting everything kitted up. Look at the big toe inflatables, jet skis. What's this thing? It's at the top of the jet ski or something. Oh, over here, just quickly, they've got a marine biology set up here. So I haven't actually seen it in use. There must be set times where you can come and learn a bit about the local ecology. Bring the kids along, I assume, as well. Marine biology corner. Must be some things that you can interact with. I can't see any timings, but yeah, they must have a certain time of the week where you can come down here and get a briefing from a scientist on everything outside. Yeah, lots of fish. You can just see from just walking around that. If you're not someone who's happy to snorkel, and I understand that people don't feel comfortable with their head under the water like that, you can see plenty of wildlife just walking around. Stingrays and sharks and fish, for example. All right, let's get going. Okay, so now we're out on the overwater villas. There's a bit of wind now, so hopefully that doesn't corrupt the volume. You see these little deep sections here and there. When I was riding over here before, a shark just came right underneath. Like, not a shark that's going to eat you, obviously. Not like the sharks back home. So quite a large number of overwater villas, and I'm in an overwater villa. And it's spectacular. We're going to drive into there in a second. But it is exactly how it feels and looks when you look at the pictures. So you can see the size of them. I don't know if they do 2 bedrooms. I didn't actually look at that, but they're big enough to. Alright, so you can see, like the way that the jetties get smaller the further you go along, kind of creates that effect of it all being like a peninsula. Yeah, the guys that have come like to clean the room, and it's so friendly. Just lovely people. All right, I'm gonna take you right to the end so you can see this snorkel island. That's my room there, 122. I'll get back to that in a second. Sunset facing, so it's the sunrise is that side, and then sunset's this side. So like an early morning riser, you might want to do sunrise, but for me it's sunset for sure. Now, you can just get a boat over to this island. I walked over there this morning. Oh, there's something there. Oh no, that's not nothing. That's a bit of coral. I just walked across there basically today, but you can swim across. But if you're not a good swimmer, because it does get very currenty, as you can see in there, you can just get a boat and it'll just take you across there from the main wharf, and then that's where there's kind of the best snorkeling around there, and obviously some places to sit. There's hammocks, there's a swing out in that thing that you can lie on and just peace out. Let's go take a closer look. Alrighty, so that's your pretty in-depth tour of everything to expect at Anantara Dhigu, except for one thing, the room. So let's right on over to room 122, which is an overwater villa, new overwater villa. They've just been refurbished, I believe. Like as in they opened like a month ago, so I'm one of the first here. And one bedroom, although far out, it feels like a house. I've definitely had smaller flats. So room 122. Now I'm going to start with pretty much my only negative, which is here, which is the air conditioning unit, which is keeping the house very, very cool, there's no doubt about it, but it is super loud, really, really loud. And I'm not sure what they can do about it. They're so industrial sized, but I could hear it all night, which was a bit of a shame. That's the only negative. Otherwise, as you're about to see, it's the thing dreams are made of. Right, so you walk in, you've got this kind of, I don't know what you call it, butler's pantry. Over here includes a fridge with, new fridge with a whole bunch of stuff in it that is very expensive, but it's there if you need it. The only thing that doesn't cost any money is the tea and coffee, which is somewhere. Got your glasses. You do have some, I think this is $100 US, I think, maybe. I shouldn't say prices because they change all the time and they mean different things to different people. But so pretty well catered for. Obviously, anything you want, you can just ask for. I really like this design in here. Premium finish. And a wine cellar in there as well. Look at that. Should that be your go? So very ritzy. Little place to eat here. They provided a fruit bowl, which I was very happy with. I don't know if it's standard, but I got a bottle of champagne on arrival, which was so well received. And then here we go. Look at this. It's a little place here to do a bit of business. The internet's been perfectly fine. So the whole resort just seems to work fine. I've been uploading videos. It's not lightning fast, but it does it, which is better than most places. Okay, the bed, so comfortable. Pillows are super soft, like they're crazy luxe, like just unbelievably luxurious to touch. Oh, it just feels nice even doing that. But they're super, your head just goes straight through it, unless if you've got a head full of concrete like me. So I just doubled it up though and it's fine. Just so comfortable. This is why I think the aircon's so loud, because the aircon's literally on the other side of this wall. So your head's there and that's there. But I did ask them to come and have a look at it, and they said it was pretty. There was a few bits and pieces they could fix on it, but they said it's pretty much just how loud they are. There's a fan which I haven't worked out how to turn on yet, but the aircon has just been pumping away. But it's so hot you go to the aircon. I love this roof finish. It's like you're in the bottom of a boat. Well, it's like the bottom of a boat, and this just adds to the opulence of it all. Like your eyes probably already caught that. Don't worry, we'll get there. I've been actually using this a fair bit, just sitting in the air conditioning and looking out at the view, and that's where I've kind of sat when I've had to do a bit of work. So like ample space, like just so much space. Like I said, you could so easily make this 2 bedrooms if you wanted to. I don't know, there's probably 2 bed options. The TV has a really good selection of channels, a lot of English speaking movie channels, a lot of like news channels, sport channels, like really good mix. There's plenty on there if you want to lie down in bed and watch a movie, which I did a bit of last night after my epic surf. I love this sculpture, isn't it lovely? I'm assuming it's supposed to be like a manta ray or something. Maybe that's just my interpretation. So around here, you've got a bit of a walk-in. Keeps all your clothes and luggage and so forth to the side. And you get a little sandbag, various slippers and stuff. If you want to go, they said, yeah, wear those when you go to the spa. And I'm like, no, I'm going to be riding a pushy over there. But you can see the yoga mat. They all come with life jackets, just in case you're not a capable swimmer, and there's even an ironing board in there as well. Through here, I really love this. It's like this, I don't know what you call it, it's almost like a makeup bench or something, but it's actually been really handy just having stuff kind of set up there and not all around the sink. Obviously the outlook off every window is incredible, and the finish in here is just immaculate. Look at that, it's just beautiful. Obviously tower quality, sheet quality, all that kind of stuff's just top tier. I love the shape of this mirror. It really ties in well with the outside, the aqua side. It's just really, it's a oblique shape, but really nice. Beautiful stone benches, so stone sinks, all the kind of extra gizmos that you could want if you want them, but I brought my own. I don't have to waste any of that on me. And then obviously, that's pretty special. So I don't know how comfortable people feel about hanging out here having a bath. I mean, some kids snorkeled past here at one point. Other than that, I haven't seen anyone out the front. Some fishermen out way out there. I don't think they care about you. But that's just, I mean, you can just close the blinds down. It's got a separate aircon system in here, and then you can just up and down this to close the blinds. So that's easily done. There's a separate exit to the balcony there as well, which is handy because you can come basically from the wet room to the outside. So it's well thought out there. Towels everywhere. I mean, I guess we're on an island, aren't we? Check out this. So here's a little toilet with a view hole. I've been waiting patiently for a shark or something to come past. No luck yet, but I'll keep trying. And then in here, the shower. Shower pressure is probably the one thing that's a bit down. It just wasn't gushing, but I actually didn't even have a shower this morning. I just went out and had a swim. Speaking of which, let's go out. Righto, so here's your little private Maldivian. You hear those waves crashing right now? So they actually weren't, there was nothing crashing last night at all. It was like this during the day and then it settled down at night, so I couldn't actually hear it, if that's not a worry for you. So obviously, immaculate little space out here. Just beautiful. Pool's a reasonable temperature, it's not too bad. I ended up sitting in here last night, just looking at the stars are amazing. I sat here for sunset, then watched the stars kind of come up and just lay in the pool, and it was just truly, truly special. And you can see a little bit of a mat there, and that's more in the shade, obviously. You got the umbrella here. These ones are a bit more comfortable than the ones you see by the pool, but a lot more comfortable. And they've got this really interesting tile pattern in the pool, which is probably a moot point of interest, but when the sun hits it, you can almost see it now. You can see that. It glistens with like a pinker glisten to it. It's really interesting. I don't know how they did it. And it's all lit up at night as well, just to add to the sense of just amazingness. So that's another villa right there. So it kind of faces it a little bit, but that's all frosted glass, and I don't really think it'd be an issue. You don't feel like you're near anyone or hearing anyone. And I'll take you down here because you've got your little private little entry into the water there. That tide's pretty high at the moment, and then you can go a fair way out, and it's like walking distance really. There's a bit of current out there, keep in mind, and a little shower here as well. But yeah, that's just an amazing villa. Pretty special, right? So there you have it, guys. There's my full review and tour of the Anantara Dhigu resorts in the Maldives. It's as awesome as it looks like in the photos. Really, really, really beautiful spot to come hang. I could happily stay here for the rest of my life. Yeah. But I hope that was of help if you're thinking about it. And make sure you keep an eye on the channel, because like I said, I'm going to review a bunch of resorts, be able to offer some meaningful comparison to the options that are available to you out there. But yeah, from my experience here, you're not going to go wrong choosing the Anantara Dhigu resort, that's for sure. It's pretty special. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. As for me, I'm back on the road. Woo!